Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Babu Krishna Mulugu. So now we are going to see the Linux Basics Chapter 3 Command Line Structure in this video. Okay, so let us start with opening the relevant documents and then we'll begin our discussion. So let me open my outline. So today we are going to discuss this particular one. So Linux basic commands and all. So okay, we'll come to this. Then we will open the presentation sample command application, which we are in the unit 3. Okay, so let us go with our notes. Linux notes. Okay, so let us merge all the notes into one. So what I will do is I will open just I will open these notes and I will copy this or cut it and open this. Okay, so that we have all notes in one thing. Okay, so now I'll say unit 3. Okay, so now we are ready with our notes. Okay, so but naming is there. Okay, so this one, let us remove this. Should delete. Okay, and then let us rename this to notes. Okay, so now let us open the notes. So unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, we are in X. Okay, so let us now check what is the what is our scope of today's discussion. Okay, so sample command and application. So as it instead of a general procedure, knowing all the commands and all, let's go in a little different way. So we will try to make a sample command application so that we will try to learn all these particular commands in the doing that particular application. So let us start with actually. So let us start with that. So now sample command application. So now this is the application we will be trying to do. So here I will log in in my default with the Krishna login. So let me open the terminal and let me extend this. Okay. So when I say whatever the PWD, so I opened with the login name Krishna. So it is home Krishna. So you can whatever name you create user, it will be in the /home actually. So what is our discussion is this different directories we'll be seeing in the next like upcoming next unit. We'll be seeing this. What are the important directories and all. As of now, so under root you have the /home. Under root this is the Krishna. So here we will create one directory Linux samples, and that one we will create another directory test commands, and in that one after that is there test commands, then we will do the small task, this one. So we need to create a 3 files actually, file 1, file 2, file 3. This empty files is fine. And then once we create these files, we need to also create 2 directories actually. So this is the first point, create 3 files and 2 directories. Once this step is done, then we will copy these particular 3 files which are there in the test commands to the temp1 actually. So that is the next step. Once that is done, the next step is step 3. You need to move these contents from temp1 to temp2. So that is the third step. So that is done. Then we need to remove the temp2 directory, and then we need to remove the temp1 directory. So that is the task actually. Okay, so now let us create. So we have up to home. We need to create Linux samples and test commands actually. So let us do that. Okay, so maybe we'll keep like this for our convenience. Okay, so now I need to create. So these are the base commands. PWD, which is the present working directory. It will tell us the present working directory. This is the home. Okay, so our root. This is the root. Under root, you have the home. Under home, you have Krishna. So hierarchical representation of the data or total. This is the file system. So we'll see more about in the other units actually. Okay, upcoming units. So now I have my directory. So if I want to know the list of my contents in the directory, I will say ls actually. So now let us start with creating 2 directories. So I will say make directories. Linux samples actually. So now if you see ls, you have whatever the Linux samples. But we should do our task only in this particular. We are not going to do in the Linux samples. We will be going to see that one in the test commands actually. Okay, so let us let us need to create the directory test commands. But where we need to create? We need to create in the Linux samples. So let us go to the Linux samples actually. Okay, so now if you say pwd present working directory, I am in Linux samples. Now what we need to say? We need to create this directory called test commands actually. So you need to remember this. Linux is the case sensitive. If you give capital thing, then it may not recognize. So we are giving all small things in here, so it doesn't matter. So now if I say ls list contents, so in this particular Linux samples, I have only one directory, which is test commands actually. Okay. So now let us see the next thing. Okay. So I will just say uh, Linux samples, we need to be in the test commands. Okay, so test commands. Now, if I say pwd, it is in test commands. If I say ls, it will be nothing. No file is there because we have created the directory just now. Okay, I'll just say Control L, clear the screen. Now, what is our, now we are ready with our setup actually. Okay, so now we are ready with our setup test commands. So now we will start these steps actually. So what is the first step? We need to create a empty, create the files. So there is no mention of the files to have some data. So we will create a file with like no touch command, and then we will do. And first step is creating 3 files and 2 directories. Okay, let us do that. Okay, so now I want to create a empty file actually. So I can use the touch. So I say f1.text actually touch. Then this particular file will be created. You can see here. And I want long listing ls minus l. It will give you the minus l stands for long listing. It will give you whatever when this is created and what is the file name and what are the permissions. This one we will see in entire separate unit, which will take 40 to 50 minutes to explain on this. And this like no linking we'll see, this user management and all we'll see. This is the file size, and then this like no every file has certain times actually. So this is file modification time. We'll come to that a little later. And then f1.text is the file name actually. So this is the long listing. Okay, so now I have the file empty file, so it doesn't matter for me. So I want empty file, so I need to create 2 more files. So you can do in 2 commands. I can say touch f2.text and again touch f3.text. Instead of that, I can also pass multiple arguments actually. Instead of that, I can do this one in a single step. I can say touch f2.text, then f3.text. So if you see here, ls minus l or whatever, now I have 3 files actually. Now what I need to do? I need to create 2 directories. So I can do in mkdir temp1 and mkdir. You can do in separate commands, but you can do in also one command. In Linux, everything for most of the commands, you can do multiple things in the same command actually. So let us do like this: make directory temp1 and temp2. Okay, so to create a directory, we know that one, that is the make directory. Okay, so now if I say this one, you can see here, these are the files, these are the directories. So you have ls minus l. If you see this one, these are the first character, which is d, is a directory actually, which is a hyphen is a normal file, and these are the permissions actually. Okay, so which we will see in the upcoming units. So this is directory and this is the file, and you have the color recognition also. Okay, so we have done with our step of this particular first step actually. We have created the files and directories. Let us copy temp1 to this particular folder actually. Okay, so now like what we need to do? So if I say ls, so I need to copy this particular file to these files to temp1 actually. Okay, since we have created temp1, you know that one, there may not be any files in the temp1. So if you want to go back and check, we can check actually. So you can say cd temp1 and say ls, nothing will be there. And maybe we will come back to our home directory. Okay, so just a cd, it will be in our home directory. Now cd to again the Linux samples, and then test commands. So no need to enter all these things. You just type one or two characters and then press tab. If there is no conflict, it will display entire directory name actually. Okay, so now I have this one. We have tested temp1. There are no files. Okay, so what is our task now? We need to copy these files into temp1 actually. Okay, so now let us assume I will be copying something like this. So CP. So what is the syntax for that copy? So copy syntax is copy source and destination actually. So we'll see, come to here, some tricky part is there. So now let us assume, instead of temp1 actually, so I need to copy into this particular temp1 actually. Okay, so let us assume instead of temp1, now temp1, I said temp1 actually. So what happens? Generally what happens means, like no, some answers like it will be error and all, or it will be create a directory, nothing like that. So whenever you are having giving nothing actually, then it is treated as a file, and then it will copy that particular file into that actually. Okay, so means it is duplicating this file with name temp1. Okay, if the file is not there actually. Okay, so what is the learning here? If destination is not available, it is treated as a file, like no, duplicates the file actually. Okay, duplicates the file. Now let us assume I want destination as a directory. Okay, so now this particular thing I want to copy into the directory actually. So I say cp-f1 and then tmp1. Okay, so if I say tmp1, okay, so this hyphen is option. If you want, you can have, otherwise remove. So now cp tmp1. So what it will happen actually? So this particular file will be copied to this directory actually. Okay, means what? If the second argument is a directory, okay, if the destination is directory, the all the files will be file or files will be copied to that directory. Okay, so that is the thing. So if you have destination as a file, we'll see that one. Destination, if it is like no already existing file, then it will overwrite actually. So if the destination is a file which is existing, it will overwrite. Okay, so if you want to try to do the same thing, okay, so let us assume I say ls minus l. Okay, so you have f1 and then whatever the temp1. Now let us assume I want to do copy actually. So f1.text and then temp1 I am doing actually. Okay, so if you do like this, it will overwrite. Okay, so how you know that one? So earlier was in 1239, now it is 1240 actually. Okay, so it is overwriting the particular file actually. Okay, so if this destination is a file, it will just copy, duplicate. If the destination is directory, it will copy into the file actually. So if destination is not available, duplicates the file. Okay, if the destination is if destination is file, like no, copies, duplicates the file, same thing actually. Okay, so duplicates the file, or like no, copies the file actually. Okay, or overwrites the file, we can say that one. Instead of copy, overwrites the file. Destination is file and available actually. Okay, destination file and is available, then overwrites the file. Okay, so now this we have seen. Now let us say control l, and then let us say like now, we copied f1 actually. Now we will try to copy f2 and f3. So we can do in two commands, but let us take in one command only. So I say temp1 actually. Okay, so now what it is happening, if the destination is a like no, if you have multiple arguments actually, if you have more than two arguments, and the last argument should be directory actually. Okay, so if you have multiple arguments, the last argument should be directory, otherwise it is not going to like no, if multiple arguments, last argument should be directory. Okay, so what it is happening actually, so what it is happening is, all these three files, all this whatever the files we have, you are copied to this particular temp1 directory actually. Okay, so let us assume I will like now I will give multiple arguments. So I say f2.3 f3.text and then something, whatever the, I don't give directory, I'll give file actually. So you can expect the result from this. It is a error. Okay, so if you are passing multiple arguments, you are supposed to pass the last argument directory, but here you are not passing, so it is a error actually. So that's what the message is displayed. Target temp1 is not a directory. So source and target destination, whatever it is. So the target should be a directory if you are having more than two arguments. Okay, so we have done with this particular step of what is this? Okay, so we have now done with this particular step. Okay, so copying the files, the second step, temp1 directory. Now we need to move the files actually. So now we need to move that particular files. Okay, so in order to move, we should be in the temp1 directory. Okay, so I will say cd temp1. So now I am in the temp1. Now you can see 3 files are there actually. Now you need to move that particular thing in the temp2. So if you see here how you will move actually. Okay, so source to destination. So source is like no f1.text. Where is the destination? So destination, if you just say ls, it is not displaying actually. Okay, so the, if you see here, here you are in the temp1, you current directory is in temp1 actually. You need to move here actually. Generally people will say move temp1 whatever the f1.text to temp2, but there is no temp2 directory here actually. It is not there in the temp1. So both temp1 temp2 are in the same level. So if you want to go to the temp2, there is no path here actually. So you need to go one level up, then one level down actually. So one level down, if you see, if you come to the test commands, there may be two directories actually. So while coming down, you need to give the directory name, but while going up, you have only one path, one parent only. So this is one parent. So this parent can have multiple childs like that actually. So if you are going up, it is only one way, but coming down, there may be multiple directories and all. Okay, so now how you will do this particular thing? So you say this one, copy f1.text and tmp2. Okay, so we will like now this is not needed. So now if you say ls, this file is gone because that is moved to the temp2. Now we will try to do the same thing, f2.text, f3.text to the temp2. Okay, so now if you see this one, there are no files in the temp1 directory. So let us go check in the temp2 directory. So if you want to go to temp2 directory, you cannot say temp2 because that is not available actually. So you, what you need to do, you need to go to the test commands. How you will go to the test commands? To parent. So what is the parent? Dot dot actually. So dot is a like no current direct like no, these are the things. Dot represents current directory and dot dot represents parent directory actually. So I want to go to the parent directory, I need to press dot dot. Okay, so now we have done with whatever the current directory and this parent directory. How you know that one actually? So you just say okay, so I say pwd. Now I am in test command. For every directory, so you just say ls minus a, all files actually. So it will show you the hidden files. A means all files, all means it will also show the hidden files actually, which are generally not available to display. But if you want to have, don't want to display default, you can start the file name with a dot. So if I say just like no dot secret, then that file will not be displayed. You can test on. Okay, so now this is like now using this particular file actually. So if I say ls minus al, okay, so I can use multiple options also actually. So ls minus al minus a, you can use like this, or minus a minus l, all output are same actually. Okay, or you don't want that one, you want only with one short option. So this we have seen. So minus means short option. You can club multiple short option with one short option symbol actually. Okay, you can do either way. So this is the directory. Okay, so dot 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 is the directory, dot is current directory, dot dot is the parent directory. Okay, so now I need to go to the like no temp2. So I say cd change directory tmp2. Okay, now I am in temp2 actually. So now I have my files actually. Okay, so I have my files. So you have done with whatever this particular thing. So move files of temp1 to temp2 we have done. Now we need to remove the temp2 directory, temp1 directory. Okay, so let us check on that actually. So now I need to in order to create this temp2 directory, why we came is to just check whether the contents are available or not. So I want to create temp1, temp2. So I need to go to, I should be in the parent actually. I should be in the test commands. Then only I will be able to see that temp1 and temp2 and then remove actually. Now I need to remove what is the sequence told here. So the sequence told here is, oh shit. Okay, so the sequence told here is, okay, just a moment. Okay, the sequence stored here is like you need to remove the temp2 directory initially. Okay, so I will remove this particular one to with rm dir actually. Okay, so I say rm dir temp2. So if you see this particular one, which is not acceptable. Okay, why? Because you have the contents in the directory, you cannot remove actually. So now you, if you, and then we will go to the next step. We'll come to this step after this. So now if I say remove directory temp1 with the to remove directory and all its contents, you need to say rm dir actually. Okay, and then temp1 that is deleted. Now if I say yes, ls, you don't have the this particular temp1. We'll also remove this temp1 if this is a normal file actually. If you want to remove a normal file, we can use rm. Okay, which will remove the normal file. So this is deleted. So in order to delete the temp2 directory should not be empty. Then what I need to do, I need to remove all the files actually. So I, instead of each one file at a time, I will remove all the 3 files at a time actually. So like now I'll just say rm. Now if I say ls, nothing will be there. I'll go to the parent and then I will remove rm dir temp2 actually. Okay, so this finishes our tasks of removing the file and all actually. Okay, so this finishes the task. Okay, so now we are in the source directory and then we move to the destination directory actually. So we will see in a little different way. Means we are currently lying in the source directory and we copy to the destination. Now we will see in another way. We will be in the destination, we will copy from the source actually. So that is the second way which we will do. So like now what we did, so copy present in source directory and copy to destination. Okay, now we will see we should be in the destination directory and we'll copy from the source actually. Okay, so okay, so that portion and the slide thing we'll see in the next video. So to make you short, so I am like now I'll be covering this and then in the next video, continuation of this video, we'll cover that. Okay, then so see you in the next video. See you in the like now the continuation video. Bye for now.